Ships yesterday took control of 2 of them, further disrupting all shipping in the Strait. There was a vote in the Senate at around 3 o'clock this morning to start the process of funding ICE and Border Patrol to get around the block by Democrats who demand immigration enforcement reform. Minority Leader Chuck Schumer.
Democrats are going to hold Republicans' feet to the fire because the American people demand it. The American people are hurting right now because of the soaring cost of living.
The resolution Republicans approved goes to the House in a reconciliation process that'll lead to a Senate bill to fund ICE and Border Patrol. Money for the rest of Homeland Security was approved last month in the Senate, but not in the House yet. The day after a win for Democrats at the polls in Virginia, a win for Republicans in court blocking a congressional redistricting.
Virginia Circuit Court Judge Jack Hurley ruling Wednesday that all votes for or against the proposed amendment were unconstitutional, citing rules that impose certain requirements that the referendum did not meet. Virginia Attorney General Jay Jones immediately moving to challenge the decision, which also blocks the state from implementing the new districts.
That's Fox's Lillian Wu. America's listening to Fox News.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
A week after Democrat Eric Swalwell resigned from Congress amid sexual misconduct allegations and dropped out of the California governor's race, the top remaining candidates squared off in a debate on News Nation.
4 Democrats and 2 Republicans taking the debate stage with weeks to go before the primary. Republican Steve Hilton pledging to work with President Trump to improve the lives of Californians.
We will have a constructive relationship and partnership with the federal government.
He's been endorsed by President Trump. Democrat businessman Tom Steyer blamed the president for high fuel costs in the Golden State.
President Donald Trump has started an insane war in Iran and driven up the cost of gasoline for everybody in California.
The 2 candidates who received the most votes in the June 2nd primary will advance to the general election, regardless of their political party. Sue Guzman, Fox News.
Wildfires keep burning in northern Florida and southern Georgia, where about 27,000 acres have burned, destroying 54 homes, leading to air quality concerns in the region. There was also concern about even more dangerous air in West Virginia.
A chemical leak at a sulfur recovery plant killed 2 people and sent about 30 others to the hospital, including 7 EMS responders. Governor Patrick Morrisey says health officials are actively monitoring for contamination.
We don't believe there have been compromises to the air quality or to the water supply, that's been unaffected by this. That's positive.
He says that's allowed emergency officials to lift all the shelter-in-place orders and reopen the roads. Carmen Roberts, Fox News.
Stocks may drop. Dow futures down more than 200 points. The day after a rebound that lifted the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 to record highs. In the NBA playoffs, the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder beat Phoenix to go up 2-0 in the series. Detroit got even with Orlando, taking Game 2. The winners in the NHL playoffs last night, Anaheim, Dallas, and Philadelphia. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Valley's Morning News. This is News Talk 710 KURV. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Fred Cruz, and we have AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina on standby. I don't know if I want to bring him in because he's got temperatures mid-90s today, upper 90s tomorrow, then triple digits for the weekend. Got a heat wave. You know what? Tell Jason we'll pass. We get it. Yeah, it's going to be hot. No, bring him in. We'll probably need to check Texas travel weather. Thank you for joining us on News Talk 710 KURV. We'll speak with AccuWeather in about 3 minutes. At the Rio Grande Valley Port of Brownsville yesterday, nearly 24 firefighters were working overtime to contain a fire on a ship at the SA Recycling Shipyard. Fire crews were reportedly able to contain the blaze to one area of the ship and were monitoring for hotspots and flare-ups last night. No one reported any injuries. At 7:06 on the Valley's Morning News. The Lower Rio Grande Valley Development Council saying that ridership on Valley Metro buses has increased sharply over the past couple of months. Officials say that the big jump in gas prices after the U.S. attack on Iran helped drive the increase. Ridership reportedly jumped by about 128,000 people from February to March. The cost estimate for meeting water demand for the state of Texas, that number, it keeps growing.
The Texas Water Development Board shared an analysis estimating $170 billion to address water needs over the next 50 years. This comes amid water crises in cities like Corpus Christi and the growing number of data centers that may rely on an area's water. Will Masters of Oglala Commons and the Panhandle call that price tag absurd, telling KVII that throwing money at this problem cannot and should not be the only solution.
The answer to our water security problem is not large, consolidated mega projects. The answer is a whole bunch of small things. And so if you have a roof, capture rain from that roof and put it in a tank or put it into the ground. If you have a ranch or a farm and you get water, take action to keep the water there.
That's reporter Christian Yates at 7:08 on the Valley's Morning News. And this medical report, excessive napping is being tied to a higher mortality risk among seniors.
Sleep researchers at Mass General Brigham tracked more than 1,300 older adults for up to 19 years and found that each additional hour of daytime napping was associated with a 13% higher risk of death. Daytime napping was defined as getting shut-eye between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m., but nodding off in the morning was especially risky, producing a 30% higher mortality rate. The study published in JAMA Network Open showed links between too much napping and cardiovascular and neurodegenerative disease. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Gee, wow. So which one is it? Right? All these medical studies saying, sleep more. It's good for your health. You got to sleep more. You're not sleeping enough. Oh, you take a nap. It's bad for your health. You're going to die young. Chihuahuas. Well, make up your mind already. The time is 7:09. It is AccuWeather with the time. Big thank you to all the gang over at Martin Farm and Ranch for Purina nutrition for your pets and livestock and exotics. It's Martin Farm and Ranch. If you stop by and say hi to Dougie from us. AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina is joining us. And I know you get up super early, dude. You take a nap later in the day sometime? You doze off?
Sometimes, yeah, definitely like to. Like to. I used to all that when I worked in TV and I worked the schedule I did all the time because my kids were at school during the day. My, that now ex-wife was away at work and I had the two pugs at home. So I would just get home from work. I'd take them out. I'd throw them up on the bed and then that was it. I'd tuck one under my arm like a teddy bear. The other one would climb under the sheets and snore her head off. And
I'm precisely why I'm laughing right now. I'm reminded, you tell me your pugs would snore. Probably would wake you up several times from your nap. I would imagine.
It was actually very comforting.
Oh, okay.
To me, I can and have slept through a sonic boom before, so
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Some people they need the
average sleeper, maybe it would wake them up, but
yeah. Some folks need the soothing sounds of, like a beach.
Yeah, it's like my white noise.
Yeah, there you go. That's a pug snoring right next to you. That's because you love that pug. All right, let's talk weather.
I got the anxiety and the heat today.
Yeah, mid 90s, upper 90s today, tomorrow, Saturday, heat wave Sunday, close to triple digits Monday. Chihuahuas. Okay, so let's quick revisit the computer models. Any break 7-10 days out? I'm looking for anything.
I know we're grasping for straws here.
Yeah.
Mid number 90s, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Why do you guys live here? Wednesday. Listen, near 100. Listen. Here's these are the McAllen temps. So this is the forecast temps for Monday, 97, Tuesday, 99, Wednesday, 98, Thursday, 101.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Here we go. Some relief Friday, 90.
Okay, I'll take the jackets out for
85 on Saturday. All right, we're headed the right way.
That's actually a good question. Why do you live here? Why do you live in? Well, you know what? Ask the Winter Texans, who are probably already packed up and driving away right now. The winters are nice and mild, and they're not frozen. We don't have any snow around here. The only snow we have is on snow cones. That's the only snow we got around here.
That doesn't last.
Yeah. Well, it tastes good. Yeah, it tastes good. Yeah, let's see here. Let's check the forecast, people.
Humid too. That's the other thing. It's going to be humid, so it's going to ratchet that up even more.
Yeah, but the 3-4 daily showers, that's refreshing. Going back. Let's see. Highs mid upper 90s. Let's see. National days for today. Let's see here. It's National Take a Chance Day. Take a chance. It's National Lost Dog Awareness, and if you're missing your precious pooch, yeah, you're definitely aware of that. And you should have seen the food porn pic that they provided for this on the national calendar. It's National Cherry Cheesecake Day. You can just see it in your mind's eye. Oh my goodness. My favorite is cherry pie. Put some cheesecake on that. Oh man, I'll just pass out. I'm so excited. All right, pal, we'll call you next hour. That's AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina, and presently across South Texas, it is in the mid 70s. Hey, stick around. I got friends in the studio from RGV, and we are looking at artificial intelligence in everything. Got to play defense. Not only because, AI might help with the assignments or the papers that are written. No, you got to play defense on AI because that sucker is intrusive. We'll take all the data from you if you're not careful. Something to think about as a business, as an institution. That conversation coming up from our friends at RGV in about 3 minutes, so stick around. Meantime, American Airlines in the news deploying facial recognition software at more airports.
American Airlines has been working with the TSA to implement the TSA PreCheck touchless ID system. People who sign up for the airline's Advantage membership program and with TSA PreCheck can go through an expedited airport security checkpoint without having to present their ID. Cameras will take a picture of the person and compare it to the photo on their ID document on file using facial recognition software. It's being used at DFW International Airport and other hub airports for American, including Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, Philadelphia, and Phoenix. American Airlines says the goal is to provide a smoother, more predictable security checkpoint experience.
That's reporter Stephen Pickering. And self-driving taxis are expanding in Texas. Houston, Dallas getting some pretty soon. Would you ride one?
Tesla is expanding its robo-taxi service to Dallas and Houston. It's yet another blow to the rideshare industry. Autumn Weintraub heads the App Drivers Union.
Every place where AV has started, driver income has gone down.
She says they've got the public on their side. Polls show that people want to be driven by a human, not a computer, because she says are growing number of instances where these self-driving cars are doing something dangerous.
Yeah, they want to be driven by a human versus a computer. You do know the data shows that these self-driving vehicles, amazingly, are safer than people. Isn't that crazy? I still don't trust it. Yeah, you guys have seen, we've seen too many sci-fi movies. We know where this is headed. The time is 7:14. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Speaking of driverless vehicles and facial recognition and AI taking over the world, well, got to play defense. Got to put some firewalls and procedures in place. A conversation with experts from our university, RGV, looking at these issues on the front lines of AI. That's next on 710 KURV.
Hair Volume from New Nordic will make your hair look thick and healthy. Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Come into Genesis of Harlingen today and soak up the feeling of the dynamic yet elegant design and cutting-edge technology. Visit today and choose from a great selection like a 2026 Genesis GV70. Lease one today for $499 a month for 24 months. Come see where refined sophistication meets powerful innovation at Genesis of Harlingen at 8521 West Expressway 83 in Harlingen. Shop from the entire line of Genesis online at genesisofharlingen.com. Genesis of Harlingen, a Bert Ogden Auto Group dealership.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in the Calendar at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
Brian Kilmeade here, inviting you to tune in weekday mornings starting at 9 for The Sergio Show with Sergio Sanchez on News Talk 710 KURV and KURV.com.
News Talk 710 KURV is your station in the Valley for Houston Astros baseball. This weekend, they got the Yankees. Tune in for the play-by-play action. Big thank you to Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women for Astros baseball on 710 KURV. Let's talk artificial intelligence and how to properly apply it in business, and in this case, academic settings. From the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, I got my friend Giorgio Gotti. He is the dean of the Robert C. Vacker College of Business and Entrepreneurship, and it's a pleasure to meet Jonica Charlton, Senior Vice Provost for Student Success and Academic Affairs. And let me bring the microphones real close to you so we get some good audio from both of you. Both of y'all are involved in like a committee, right, that's developing the standards, the procedures related to AI. So, Jonica, start there. Describe for me this effort. How many folks are participating? Which disciplines are involved? All that. Looking at it, UTRGV, looking at AI and how to properly. Well, it's already in the system.
Yes,
right now. We're having to, put the cart properly and the horse and all this. So tell me about this committee that's developing.
Yes, we have a committee at UTRGV that has faculty and staff from across the entire institution. So we've got at least one faculty member from all the different disciplines across the colleges. And of course, we have representatives from legal and information technology and information security, things like that. And our main task really is to develop a set of guidelines or guiding principles, values that underlie the decisions that we make about using artificial intelligence at UTRGV.
How long has this group been talking about AI?
It's been about a year and a half, and we've been working steadily toward creating those guidelines. As you can imagine, there are a lot of different feelings among all of our stakeholders across the institution, and it's really fundamentally impacting the way that we do our work and how we see ourselves as innovators in this space. So it's important that we take our time and get it right.
I got to ask, was there an incident within any of the UT system? What sparked and who called for the creation of this group?
Yeah, there wasn't any particular incident at UTRGV that had happened. Obviously, it has become more and more of an important conversation, particularly around what happens in the classroom and how students are using AI to do their work. The provost at UTRGV is the one that called the group together and said, we really need to think about the future of AI at the institution and set up guardrails, as you mentioned, for how we approach that work.
Jonica Charlton, Senior Vice Provost for Student Success and Academic Affairs, also in the studio. Giorgio Gotti, Dean, Robert C. Vacker College of Business and Entrepreneurship. Brother Gotti, I'll get to you in just a second. I got to go back to something that she said. There were mixed comments, mixed feelings that were expressed in this group. Can you share a little bit of that on left and right perspective?
Sure. So there are obviously faculty and students and probably even staff as well who are concerned about the use of AI, particularly at a university where the fundamental thing that we're doing is teaching students and having them develop their critical thinking and learn in the disciplines in which they're situated, right? So there are some who don't want AI use at all. Mm-hmm. They don't want students to be using it. They want them to do all the thinking and all the research and all the work themselves. And then on the other end of the spectrum, we've got people who are really wanting to lean into the new technologies that we have access to. a lot of concern about making sure that our students are marketable, and out in the real world where employers are looking for staff to join their firms and their organizations and be able to lead the way on the use of AI. So we have everybody in between that spectrum as well.
I have to ask Dr. Gotti, to say you cannot use, you must not use, it must be your own thought. It's, first of all, it's impossible to monitor and police. There's just no way. And second of all, to that point that other professionals were saying, our kids need to be ready for the real world. This is being used in the real world. They need to have the skill set. Comment on that, those conversations.
Absolutely. So we talk very often with employers, and that's what they want. They want students that are able to use this technology and use it the best possible way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not possible to ignore it or like act in classroom as if it's not there, because it is there.
Mm-hmm.
And even, you were mentioning it, even if we don't want the student to use it, they will. And, there are all kind of technology. We had like lockdown browser for students that are taking exam online. So the browser is locked. And now there is a service that is providing keys to the student. So it's not locked anymore. And the student can do whatever they want while they're taking an exam. I think the technology is moving faster than us.
Yeah.
It's impossible to ignore it.
And one of the unintentional skill sets that we're providing, you mentioned the lockdown browser. Hey, we're producing graduating experts in hacking. They find a way around the fence to get in there. My guest is Dr. Giorgio Gotti, Dean at the Robert C. Backer College of Business, UT-RGV, and Dr. Jonica Charlton, Senior Vice Provost for Student Success, Academic Affairs. The topic is artificial intelligence on the front lines of, in this case, academia. They have a committee at UT-RGV that is trying to develop the guidelines and procedures and talking with legal, everybody. How do we set up a rule book, playbook when it comes to the application of AI? You had mentioned, Dr. Gotti, several weeks back, this is a security issue as well. Because if you allow AI access, that sucker can get, in order to be that intelligent, it wants to eat up all the information that it can. So visit that, because I don't think that some employers who are already using AI, some businesses out there, oh, look, it writes up something I said, it writes it up really fancy. And it's really nice, right? You just surrendered everything, probably from payroll to social security. It gets in there, it will take everything from you. So address that real quick.
No, absolutely. Our information security and information technology folks are really concerned about it. So what they did is that they have a list of approved vendor and approved software that we can use at the university. And only through that list, we can use AI. Everything else that is not approved and is not in the list, we cannot use it. And I think that, I don't know what is behind the scene, but what they're trying to make sure is that when we upload information there, the information stay within the boundaries of the university.
Yeah.
I think that that's the important thing.
Somewhat of a modern expression of intranet versus internet, where you keep it locked down internally, something like that. Yeah. But going back to the hacking thing, somebody's working to get in. And probably, Dr. Jonica, probably somebody already exposed. I mean, there's so many possibilities, right? Somebody already exposed department information somewhere in the university by downloading some type of smart software, allowing it to get in there. So how do you address something like that?
So that's where we become really good friends with our information security folks because
are they pleasant to work with?
They
or
are.
They cop an attitude. Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay, let me check the computer. All right.
They're pleasant. They're pleasant to work with.
Okay.
They spend all of their time focused on this, right? So there are lots of rules that we have to follow, but there's also vendors who are approaching people at the institution all the time, trying to sell their products and how it will make faculty lives easier or make student lives easier. And so it's a full-time 24/7 job for our information security folks to maintain engagement around that space. And so I don't know the back end of any of this stuff. I don't think Giorgio or I are either experts in that. But it's really important. And a lot of the things that we're focused on in that task force right now is to make sure that we are spreading awareness and educating everyone, because the approved tools do set those boundaries for us. But we have many tens of thousands of people at the institution, so it's very hard to police that for sure.
I recall 2 decades plus ago, long time ago, somebody asked me to proofread some essays as examples of some of the writings. Well, back then, I was able, just because this is what I read and write for a living, I was able to tell, and look, this is not an insult on our kids. There's just a reality. At a certain age, you express yourself a certain way. When you mature, well, that matures as well, hopefully.
Right.
I was able to figure out who were the ones who were copy-pasting literature into their essays. That was easy. But how do you know? Well, go do, even back then, go do a quick check. Copy-paste what is there, and you'll say, oh, there it is. There's a publication. Okay.
Right.
Is there a way, is there a watermark? Is there a way to check, see, if work that is submitted by either students or staff comes from AI?
So that the AI detection tools are absolutely not reliable right now. So that's the biggest threat, I think, to what we're doing and to what you're saying. And actually, my background, I'm a writing teacher as well. That's how I started my career. And you really can't see that. One of the things that we're relying on now is whenever we're writing something in Microsoft Word or another program like that, there are usually timestamps and things that you can see in the back end of a Word document, for instance. And so when we see instances of challenges around academic integrity and things like that, that's one of the things that our folks are doing as well. And it's really important, I think, too, from our perspective as an institution, to not always assume that students are cheating, especially if we see high quality writing, for instance. And so it's really important, but at the same time, academic integrity is absolutely fundamental to what we do. So
Dr. Jonica Charlton, Senior Vice Provost for Student Success, Academic Affairs, Dr. Giorgio Gotti, he's the Dean of our Business School, UT-RGV, and this year-long conversation that y'all have had, looking at all the different branches of the AI challenges that you face. Is there anything that surprised you? You said, oh, man, I didn't know that. It's like, wow, that's pretty amazing.
Well, I think every week there is something new that is coming out that is more surprising than the week before. And that's why it was so difficult in this year and a half, trying to write a policy that was general enough, that was evolving as fast as the technology. And we don't want to tell faculty, staff, students to not use it. We want to encourage them to use it, but use it in an ethical way.
Yeah.
Using it in a transparent way, saying what they did, making sure that they show their work. And so we know what is the mental process that they follow to learn, because I think that's at the end the goal.
Yeah, you know, it's time consuming enough trying to keep up on the security side. And, you know, the ethical side of this is how it's applied in academia and in management as well. The bigger question, I think, which is very relevant to the pocketbook and careers, to many of these different disciplines and colleges, how is AI, and let's just use the word negatively, affecting the job prospects for many of the students? That has really, I don't think has properly been. You guys are busy trying to play defense right now. Well, we really need to look, okay, this is how it's evolving. This is how you change course or navigate the changing expressions of art, music, literature, management, data compilation, all those things, right? That probably needs a good research into to help students here and everywhere, because my goodness, it's everything is changing. It seems at light speed right now.
It is. And, you know, in accounting, for example, that is my discipline, a lot of the big four, the big firms are hiring less entry-level jobs because that work can be done by AI.
Yeah, that is amazing. Is the playbook done? The guidelines, are they finished now?
the guidelines are, I would say, 95% finished. We still have to submit the report to the provost and let our leadership have their input. But yes.
I chuckle because have you all thought about taking everything, putting it back in AI and see how it perfects it? Maybe.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, the thing's going to say, "Oh, you don't need to do anything. It's okay. There's nothing wrong here. It's
Right,
okay.
right.
You humans go back to doing your carbon unit things, whatever
Yes.
whatever it is that you do." Hey, Dr. Gotti, I got to ask you because Fred and I were talking about this. So, how's Italy going to do in the World Cup this year? What, Freddie?
That is a good question.
Why? Oh, they didn't make it? Freddie, sorry, Freddie, I misunderstood what Fred said. So he told me not to ask how Italy's doing. All right. Thank you for stopping by, amigos. That is Dr. Giorgio Gatti, Dean of the Robert C. Vacker College of Business and Entrepreneurship, and Dr. Jonica Charlton, Senior Vice Provost for Student Success and Academic Affairs. Thank you for visiting us today. Please come back soon. I know we'll be talking plenty about AI in the future. This is the Valley's Morning News on Newstalk 710 KURV, your station for Astros baseball. Check up sports up next.
When it comes to livestock fencing, the folks at Martin Farm and Ranch believe that if you do it right, then you only do it once, which means by utilizing high-quality materials like Stay Tough fence products and Martin's expertise in fence building, you'll get exactly what you need to keep them in or keep them out. High-tensile wire like Stay Tough allows you to build your fence using less materials and labor. So for your next fence project,
come see us at Martin Farm and Ranch Supply in Edinburgh. Just look for the horse.
It's another season of Houston Astros baseball on News Talk 710 KURV.
First pitch, and he drives it. Good one. It's out of here.
Your Houston Astros are back, and we've got every weeknight and weekend game. All the hits, all the home runs.
Deep to right field. At the wall. Looking out. See you later.
From pregame to postgame, catch it all season long. Right here, Astros baseball. Powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. And News Talk 710 KURV.
They said copies for a penny couldn't be done. We said, watch us. Total Imaging Solutions. We're flipping the script on printing. Whether you're a small business or a big operation, it doesn't matter. If you need a printer or copier, Total Imaging Solutions has the right printer for you. You get the printer for a simple monthly fee and copies, just a penny or less a page. No ink or toner charges. No surprise service fees, just clear, honest pricing. And if your old printer's slowing you down, we'll trade it out and level you up. Whether you print just a couple of copies a day or need the next New York Times press, we can help. Plus, if anything ever breaks, our team will have you up and running in under 4 hours. Easy printing, fast service, real savings. That's the penny or less revolution. Call 956-664-2113 or visit copiesforapenny.com. That's copiesforapenny.com. Total Imaging Solutions, helping your business one penny at a time.
If you're ready to grow your business and level up your strategy, join us at the Business Playbook Conference on April 23rd at the Edinburgh Conference Center at Renaissance. You'll hear from NFL legend and three-time Super Bowl champion Emmitt Smith as he shares insights on leadership, discipline, and success. Plus, gain real-world strategies through workshops and panels focused on marketing, resources, and business growth. Whether you're an entrepreneur, small business owner, or startup, this is your playbook for success. Hosted by the Edinburgh EDC and the Edinburgh Chamber of Commerce. Register today. Visit Edinburgh.com to secure your spot.
Coming up after the Valley's Morning News, stay tuned for the Sergio Show starting at 9, followed by the Dana Lash Show at 11 on News Talk 710 KURV and on the Radio Potomy app.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
The Houston Astros were the winners in a low-scoring affair yesterday, beating the Cleveland Guardians by a score of 2-0. It didn't take long for the Astros to get on the board, with Yordan Alvarez cranking his 11th home run of the season to put the Astros up 2 in the top of the first inning.
Another 1-2. And that is ripped deep to right. Kiss it goodbye!
Clips courtesy of Robert Ford in the Astros radio network. That would be the only scoring done by either team during the game, and the Astros picked up their second shutout win of the season. The team will have the day off today and return home tomorrow night to take on the New York Yankees. The Dallas Stars won a thrilling overtime game against the Minnesota Wild last night, 4-3. The Stars began the game hot with 2 goals in the first period, but a Wild goal with 5 seconds remaining would cut the Stars' lead in half. It would take 2 overtimes, but Wyatt Johnston helped the Stars pull it off with this game winner.
Heiskanen straight away. Shot, deflected, scored! Dallas wins it! Wyatt Johnston!
With a win, the Stars lead the series 2-1. They'll try to advance their hold when they play Game 4 this Saturday. I'm Adam C., and this has been your Texas in the Morning Sports Report.
And I hope Yordan Alvarez stays healthy, man. He's leading the majors right now in home runs. It's like every time he comes, every game, like almost every game, every second game, home run for this guy. Catch all the Astros play-by-play. Robert Ford, I love that dude, the way he calls, especially the home runs. See you later! Or kiss it goodbye! The other dude, not so much, but the other dude's got like a head full of baseball trivia and knowledge. Yeah, I know the musiquitas for AccuWeather. Okay, so yeah, it's the same thing, people. It's like 95-ish today, 97-ish tomorrow. Same thing Saturday, Sunday, upper 90s, all these days. Triple digits by early next week. There you go. Border Bridge wait times is posted on KURV.com. Let's get the latest numbers. If you're headed back to the McAllen Mission Edinburgh area, it's over an hour at the Hidalgo Bridge, an hour at Anzaduas, 45 minutes at the Far Bridge. And if you're headed back to Brownsville, 30 to 45 minutes at all major bridges for Brownsville. Business news and a check of your money. That's next on 710 KURV. Join us on your smartphone. Go find us at the free app called Radio Para Mí. Then find 710 KURV. Business news up next.
Hi there. My name's Tony Bolstead. My wife and I, Carol, own Sand Monsters. We'd like you to come on out and have fun. We've got a half-mile-long track out here. It runs across about 3.5 acres. Have adult cars and kid cars, getting laps in, learning how to drive on the sand. And we also lease space to Redline Helicopters is one of our tenants here, and they've got a pad and they do helicopter tours. Lone Star National Bank and the team there really helped us get this thing put together, answered all our questions. Huge help.
I am Stephanie Harrison. I am the second generation owner of Sisters Interiors on South Padre Island. We had always dreamed of owning our own land and owning our own building, using our design team to create what you see here today. That's how we got involved with Lone Star National Bank. We partnered with them and they helped us, create the dream.
So you're building a new house or you're remodeling. You know the amount of thought that you put into the placement of the kitchen island and the way it needs to flow with the cooktop and its relation to the chilled food waiting to be prepared in the refrigerator? Man, that excites us. Wait, is that the same thought process you had when you're pouring that little piece of cement because that's where you're going to toss your old barbecue grill? Come on, South Texas Outdoor Kitchens lives for this one opportunity you have to design the perfect outdoor kitchen experience. I mean, who are you? Are you the guy that plops a grill on a freshly poured, naked piece of concrete? Or are you the guy who puts just as much passion into his outdoor kitchen as a Swiss watchmaker? Let us help you with everything from the placement, the planning, to the pellets. South Texas Outdoor Kitchens, to get your creative juices flowing. You see what I did right there? Get your juices flowing? Check it out. Some killer ideas on our website, stokrgv.com. South Texas Outdoor Kitchens.
Joyce's International Boutique Facebook Live. Go with Joyce Cruise Travel and Gracias a Dios Home Care Provider Service presents
Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends.
An Evening with Emerson, Lake, and Palmer. Through incredible modern technology returns Keith Emerson and Greg Lake to the concert stage alongside Carl Palmer's ELP Legacy Live, performing completely in sync on stage.
Ooh, what a lucky man he was.
This is not a tribute show. This is the real thing. Friday, May 1st at the Pain Arena. Reserve tickets starting at only $25 plus fees. Tickets available at the Pain Arena box office and online with Ticketmaster. VIP and Q&As available by calling 358-2755. Emerson, Lake, and Palmer. Come be a part of history. The ultimate ELP experience.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC, McAllen Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. ServiceNow CEO Bill McDermott is downplaying concerns that the Iran war is materially disrupting the company's business, even as the software provider's first quarter results were dented by delays in the Middle East. McDermott said on CNBC, quote, "Everything is fine. The Middle East is opening up in talks again." ServiceNow subscription revenue grew 19% on the constant currency basis in the quarter. Lululemon has announced that it has chosen former Nike executive Heidi O'Neill as its new CEO. She takes over as Lululemon battles weak sales, increased competition, and a proxy battle. O'Neill will assume the role in early September. Oil prices are slightly higher with no progress on the U.S.-Iran peace talks and the Strait of Hormuz still being closed. West Texas Intermediate currently sitting at roughly $93 per barrel, Brent at roughly 102. Futures are slightly lower as the Iran war continues. Wednesday, the Dow Industrials gained 340, the Nasdaq up 397, the S&P 500 up 73. That's your money now.
AccuWeather says highs today like mid-90s, and it's going to be hotter over the next several days, like mid-upper 90s and then triple digits early next week. That's your AccuWeather forecast. We got Fox News coming up in about 2-3 minutes. Thank you for joining us on the Valley's Morning News, and find us on your smartphone. Radio Para Mi is the free app. You can listen on your smartphone. 710 KURV. Fox News up next. Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. In my opinion, I don't think you'll find anyone with a deeper, longer resume, credentials than Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing, the expertise that you need to make sure that you keep water out of your structure. Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing, you should call them if you have plans. You've got a big old roll of plans of buildings that you're hoping that will be a reality in the near future. Let them see the plans and give you advice and provide for you advice on what the best roofing system would be for you. Again, the objective is to keep the water out, and the water can come in through other areas, windows. You got gutters as well. Have that conversation with Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. Look, Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, the expert crews, they can come over to your buildings, to your offices, and inspect, check, see if everything is okay for free, gratis, for free. I think that's an amazing value to have the top experts in this region in roofing systems. See if you have any weak spots, and that way you know what to do. So start that conversation with Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, ChamberlainLTD.com. The phone number to call, set up that appointment, 956-655-6178.
Come into Volvo Cars Edinburgh today and find the Volvo that's right for you. Shop from a great selection of Volvos today. Get comfortable in the incredible new 2026 Volvo XC40 with all the technology and innovation that makes the Volvo brand stand out from the rest. Lease one today for just $399 a month. That's right, $399 a month. We shop the competition so you don't have to at Volvo Cars Edinburgh, a Bird Ogden Auto Group dealership. Dale gas!
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that and more. If you're worried about things like low testosterone, Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area, call 956-803-0058 and in Harlingen, 956-368-5247. That's drt'sprimarycare.com.
McCreary Aviation, happy 80th birthday. Bob McCreary, who comes through those doors when it comes to charter, rental, lessons?
On the flight side, flight schools and people like that, it's everything. We see teenagers coming in, young adults that want to come in, make a career out of it. We get business people that want to do it and have the ability to travel for business, maybe buy their own airplane or rent and go places. Or we have people that just want to do it for fun. We get people who have come in, they'll use our charter service to move around, and they find that they really like this, and they have a big demand for travel. If you have a travel need, just give us a call. And oftentimes, share with the chief pilot, hey, I need to be here at this time. I need to be back by this time. Can you do it? And if so, we give you a quote. How much is it? And then make your decision and go.
Leave and return on your timeline. Fly McCreary Aviation. Phone number 956-686-1774. Visit their website, McCrearyAviation.com, for their 24/7 emergency phone number.
News that affects you and your family.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
Happy Thursday. It is April 23rd, 2026. You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Fred Cruz, Jason Caterina, meteorologist from AccuWeather. You and family and the Huercos in the car, you're probably trying to drop off right now before they're late at school. Thank you for joining us on News Talk 710 KURV. AccuWeather says highs today should be in the mid to upper 90s. News on 710 KURV is a service of Edinburgh Consolidated Independent School District. From pre-K 3 to graduation, discover the exciting programs and the caring teachers at Edinburgh.
Fox News, I'm CJ Pop with the War Department announcing the seizure of another oil tanker linked to Iran in the Indian Ocean. But there's not much movement in the Middle East conflict.
Officials say the Iran war is at a standoff. The blockade remains in place. The Strait of Hormuz remains closed. President Trump says there is no expiration to the ceasefire.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson at the White House. While most of us were sleeping, senators voting for a budget plan to fund ICE and Border Patrol. Democrats' outrage with the bill now goes to the House. Wildfires burning in the southeast.
Both of those fires burning on the Florida-Georgia line. 10% containment. Weather conditions are not working in our favor. It's going to be a hot, dry day. And we're also looking at a little bit of wind.
That is Fox weather meteorologist Britta Merwin reporting. America's listening to Fox News.
State of Texas is short on water, and with more big firms that are thirsty, and of course lots of folks moving to the state of Texas, we're going to need more water in the near future, and the cost of that is impressive.
A new report shows cities across Texas will need to spend $174 billion over the next 50 years to avert a water crisis. Perry Fowler, who heads the Texas Water Infrastructure Network, says that's a huge jump from the previous price tag.
It is representative of the increasing cost to deliver these projects.
Jerry Mazur at the think tank Texas 2036 says everything is on the table.
Groundwater wells, potentially reservoirs, desalination, water reuse, and water conservation projects.
Corpus Christi is about to vote on requiring residents and businesses to reduce water use by 25%.
That's Michael Board with that report. I think something like this would be perfect in the Valley. I would be a regular customer, by the way. Check this out, Freddie. White Castle, the sliders. White Castle is rolling out new machines, like kiosks, to sell their sliders.
The fast food company is partnering with Automated Retail Technologies to set up roughly 1,000 hot food kiosks.
Really?
The Crave & Company machines will cook burgers on demand in locations where White Castle restaurants are not typically located, like schools, hospitals, and a slew of other institutions. Corporate officials say early kiosk installations have gotten a positive reception so far. I'm Michael Kastner.
Like, who do you complain to? Excuse me? I asked for mustard on mine, or no onions on mine, something like that. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Join us on your smartphone, amigo. You do everything on your smartphone. Go get us at Radio Para Mi, the free app, and find 710 KURV. If you are looking for work or looking to change careers, I think I've got the solution for you, and I know that you're going to love the team, the Ryan & Bryan real estate team. But Sarge, I got no experience in real estate. That's okay. You're good at what you do. On your resume, you can show, look, I've been here for a long, long time. Good employee, faithful employee. I just need to change, and I'd like to make more money, right? Well, it's the Ryan & Bryan real estate team. If you know nothing, papas, you have no idea what's going on with real estate, they can literally, Brian Reed will literally hold your hand and show you the ropes, teach you the world of real estate, be part of the team. If you are successful, you're good at what you do, I know that you're going to be really good at real estate. You'll find a passion for it, and you can start from ground zero. Or if you are already in real estate and you wish to expand your horizons, you need to speak with my friend Brian Reed and start that conversation to become part of the team. Go to the website ryanandbrian.com and click on the career tab.
If you're selling your home, don't be trying. Call Ryan and Brian. Go to ryanandbrian.com.
property taxes too high? For over 20 years, CAT Tax has helped thousands of property owners lower their property taxes. Don't fall for competitors who don't even have an office here or rely on AI. You can't even speak to them on the phone. It's time to call CAT Tax. Customers switching from a competitor can take advantage of our low 10% contingency fee and lock in savings for the next 2 years. CAT Tax is a local company, so when you call us, you'll talk to a real human right here in the Valley, ready to help you every step of the way. And the best part, you pay absolutely nothing unless CAT Tax saves you money. Come see the CAT Tax difference today and ditch the out-of-town companies you can never get a hold of. Ditch the AI and talk to a real person. New to protesting property taxes, you can join the CAT Tax family today for just a 20% contingency fee.